Hey, Mandy. Tiny balls, okay. uh, I'm amazed how much Eris is in there. Snoo Snoo already happened, and there's still more. This game is packed. It is. There's still 2 other routes to go for. Well, 3 if you count the MGTOW route. Big Lady Gaming, yeah. I'll put in our 2 hours or so. I'm not feeling my best today, but I'd rather die than keep putting this off. It's not because I don't like the game. I like the game. It's just pain. It's not even tailbone this time. How do I put this? It's around the area. It's just, it's reoccurs. This thing likes to reoccur the worst around like the first part of the year between February and March, and I guess it's hitting in April, late March, April. It seems to be a pattern. It's probably just its way of expressing seasonal depression, but it is what it is. I'm on my 3rd bottle of Metamucil, if that helps go through, explain what I'm going through. It sucks. I don't know, if it keeps hurting, maybe I'll check myself in and see what really the problem is. No Lorelei route. That's later. That's gonna be its own thing, apparently. Can't let gang know I fuck with this, okay? You get her route set a couple years later of the game, and you get to share the trench with her in Verdun. Seasonal conniptions? I don't know if I'd call it conniptions. It's something that you need like extra fiber to prevent, if you know. If you know, you know. I don't know. It always likes the first of the year, man. It happened last year, and it happened the year before. But I'm not sure about the year before that, but it's been hurting. Yeah, I should probably stop ranting about my issues and get on with the show. Alright. I know exactly where we left off. Oh boy. Can I back up one? Okay, it's just boom. Okay. We left off right here. The last week. Yeah, it's probably going to be another stream. I don't know how much I can chug along today. Alright. Every muscle in my body feels like it's been wrung out, and my brain, well, whatever's left of it's just humming static. I'd like to try another chapter of that book next time. Good, because this was the best so far. You know, I never had someone actually want to stay close after everything. Usually they just vanish, but you're still here, and I like that. I know I'm repeating myself over and over again, but I'm just so happy. That's how I feel, but for an entirely different reason. That's different. You're different. I feel like I can just be myself, and that's rare. You get that right. You have no idea how much I've wanted this. I just lie like a mummy, completely still except for the rise and fall of my chest. My body's beyond spent, drained in every possible way after hours of her pulling me back in over and over again. You're so quiet now. I kind of like it. Well, we know who's going to wear the pants in this relationship. Another kiss on my cheek. I love this new dynamic. You just melt, and I get to take care of you after. My eyes are half-lidded, not because I'm sleepy, but because moving them feels like too much effort. She traces another line of kisses down to my chin, then back up to my temple, smiling against my skin. You don't even need to say anything. I can feel it. Eris pulls back just enough to look at me, still smiling, though her tone softens a little. As much as I'd love to keep this up, we should probably hold off for a while. You know, give you time to recover, even if I enjoy it this much. Let me grab... I need my lip balm, because now my lips are peeling. Right on time. I apologize. Oh, that hurts. My lip hurts. My lip hurts back from Tuesday. Or not Tuesday, Thursday. Bro got his life force drained by her. Lucky guy. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Everyone on the ship felt the entire ship bounce up and down, probably. They heard it with Neela, and then they felt it with Eris. I wonder what the other two are going to be like. I'm sure Max is going to be awkward. I try to lift my hand in some kind of yeah, I agree gesture, but it just sort of twitches against the sheet like a dead fish. She tilts her head, watching me. Oh, so you don't mind keeping this pace, huh? Her grin widens. I knew you'd be up for it. Crap. Curse you, human limits. This is the final form of Un. When he's like truly just like emaciated. I'll need your help later though. I'm almost 100% sure at least one or two planks are broken under the mattress right now. She bites her lip, looking just the tiniest bit guilty, though the sparkle in her eye says otherwise. I'm sorry, but I enjoyed it so much that I just... She cuts herself off with a little squeal, that high-pitched happy noise girls make when they're remembering something way too vividly. Couldn't help myself. My body sinks further into the bed, already dreading the thought of having to actually move planks around later. Eris lowers herself again, resting her head on my shoulder, something she can't do when we're standing unless she bends. Johnny, I love you, I mean it. I've never felt this close to someone before. I can't believe this is actually happening. She lets out a breathless laugh, shaking her head a little. Pinch me, will you, just to make sure I'm not dreaming? Am I able to pinch through scales? She pauses, then grins wider. Actually, no, don't. If you do, I'll just want another round. She makes that same squealy happy noise again, muffling it against my shoulder like she's not trying to wake up the whole ship. I can't help it. This is just too good. My only contribution to this conversation, because if I could even move, I'm not sure I'd survive what she's hinting at. Eris lifts her head, glancing towards the tiny sliver of daylight peeking through the porthole. All night. It was all night. It's getting late. You should go eat breakfast before your shift starts. Late, you say. She gives me a gentle push, but my body is basically a sack of wet laundry right now. Instead of sitting up, I just tip sideways and thud right into the floorboards. Ow. Her eyes go wide, and she leans over to the edge of the bunk. Johnny, are you okay? Her expression shifts from amused to concern in a heartbeat. And for the first time since I woke up, I think she actually realizes just how wrecked I am. A while later, I'm upright again, mostly. My legs still feel like they're made of half-set jelly, but I've managed to get dressed without collapsing a second time. Eris is already dressed too, sitting on the edge of the bunk with her hands clasped, looking way more serious than usual. Johnny, are you sure you're okay? I didn't really think about my strength or my weight again. She shakes her head, frowning. I feel so stupid. It's okay, I'm not complaining or anything, but yeah, I'll need some time to recover. I enjoyed it too, just I need time so my body can adapt, if it adapts. Her frown deepens. You're not going to leave me, are you? Don't be silly, I enjoyed it. A lot. That gets the faintest smile out of her, though she still looks like she's fighting the urge to apologize for the 100th time. Eris keeps her eyes on the floor for a moment, her tail twitching behind her. I'm just reviving memories I'd rather forget. My ex, one night with me, was enough for him to break up with me. I'm not him. I'm not leaving you. She glances up, searching my face. But next time, you need to consider me a little more. I'm smaller than you, Eris. A lot smaller. Her lips press together, the guilt still clear in her eyes, but her face blushing betrays her. I know. I should get going now. Eris nods with a smile. I gotta down this Metamucil. I'm gonna take a drink every time the scene changes. The hag might break a hip. Johnny, it's time for our 3-hour Fujoshi session. Oh god. It's time to watch Titanic again. I make my way down to the saloon, feeling like I'm dragging every ounce of energy with me. My eyes lock onto Orange before I can even really scan the room. Oh boy, are we gonna talk about our dragon girlfriends? He slumped over the big table, looking just as spent and beat up as I feel. His scales don't shine like usual, they're dulled, and there's this tired slump to his shoulders, like Lorelei really did drain him dry last night, like a vampire settling in for a feast. I slide into the bench opposite of him, careful not to make too much noise. He doesn't even glance up. Rough night too? I nod, weight in my chest making it hard to say much more. Orange lets out a low grunt, running a hand through his hair. She's got this way of just sucking everything out of you. Not just strength, but will, too. Yeah, I get that. Feels like I got run through the ringer. Orange finally looks up, eyes tired but understanding. Don't let it get to you. It just means you're human. Well, that sounded racist. Uh, I'm starting to think I'm more zombie than anything else. Welcome to the club. We sit there in silence for a moment. Two worn-out souls just taking what little calm the morning offers before the day drags us under again. Did you have a nice night? Now the music kicks in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Orange lets out a heavy sigh, probably more for effect than actual exhaustion, but still feels the space between us. After I got dragged into this mess, by you, no less, Lorelei closed the door behind us, locked us in. Who's pinging me? No, I don't care. I'm not surprised at all, considering it's Lorelei. Then she spent hours modeling for me. Different outfits, or, well, things that barely count as outfits. Like what? Lingerie, if you want to call it that, but it's her invention, the pioneer of the whole trend on the ship. I processed that for a second. So, that's it? Orange shrugs. Yeah, that's it. I lean in, blunt as hell. Did you have sex? Orange shakes his head. No, just her modeling and talking for hours. Sounds exhausting. You have no idea. Orange leans back a little, rubbing the back of his neck like he's trying to shake off a bad memory. I was kinda mentally preparing myself for a crazy night. Like, you know, the whole intercourse thing, but in the end, it was just blah 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 blah. I raise an eyebrow. So, do you like her? Orange shrugs, looking honest but tired. Honestly, I don't know. I'm planning to talk to her later, but I don't think Lorelei would be a good partner for me at all. I tilt my head. So, breaking up with her? Breaking up? I'm not sure there was something to begin with. I nod slowly, the whole situation suddenly feeling less complicated and more like a mess waiting to happen. We sit there in silence for a bit, both of us just poking at the empty mugs in front of us. Probably someone left them there. The quiet stretches long enough that I start to hear the chatting of the passengers inside the cabins below us. You do know Lorelei isn't going to take this lightly, right? I mean, we're talking about Lorelei. Drama Queen doesn't even begin to cover it. Orange exhales slowly, resting his forearms on the table. Yeah, I know. Not unless she's the one doing the leaving. Exactly, but honestly, it's better to cut it off now than when it gets worse. I'd rather deal with the explosion early than after she's decided I'm her forever partner. You think she's already there? Orange gives me a look like I just asked if horses sleep while standing. Mate, she locked me in my own cabin and made me watch her parade around in outfits she probably spent months sewing herself. That's not casual interest. That's stage 4 commitment in her mind, probably. I lean back, picturing Lorelei's over-the-top expressions and dramatic sighs. You're braver than me. I wouldn't even know how to start a conversation. Orange shrugs, though there's a hint of tension in his jaw. I'll just be honest, no excuses, no sugarcoating. She deserves that much, at least, even if she's gonna turn it into an inferno afterwards. She will. Yeah, she will. We fall into silence again, this time both of us quietly bracing for whatever's coming this way. I should help him. Rip. I feel like this would be another one to expound upon. I'll put him over here. Rip. Rip. He will be missed. Unless this is like a one-off. Well, not my problem. Have a nice day, mate. If you survive, that is. Screw you! I quietly leave the saloon. I didn't eat, but I don't want to get back either. Orange needs some time to think his words before he dies. He got left blue-balled. Two bros discussing together about their big-titty dragon GFs. Cultured individuals right there. Why is there an orange-shaped hole on the side of the hull? Oh boy. I'm leaning against the railing just close enough to feel the spray from the paddles kicking up the sea. My arms rest on the wood. The sun's sinking low, painting the waves in gold. Off in the distance, the coastline drifts by. Patches of... Ugh. Sorry, the Metamucil is trying to fight its way back up. Patches of green hills, white houses being built, and cows, lots of cows. And something shifts. You ever get that no, this is new. You ever get that crawling feeling between your shoulders, like a shadow you can't see yet? That rich guy. Of course. I turn my head. The rich guy, standing a few feet away, hands behind his back, eyes locked on the horizon like we're just two pals enjoying the view. He doesn't say a word for a moment, just stands there, breathing the salt air. You disgust me! I blink at him, caught halfway between what and... Did I hear that right? The hell's that supposed to mean? Doesn't even look at me when he answers. Watching you, wasting your time, fooling around with the big monster. It's pathetic. My blood heats instantly. I know exactly who he's talking about, and I'm about 2 seconds away from breaking his perfect little jaw. Careful. No, you listen. I've tolerated a lot of nonsense on this voyage, but that thing is something I cannot stomach. I push myself off the railing, my fists curl. Screw it, this guy's going to eat the deck planks. Then, silence. No gulls, no paddles, just him and me. His hand dips into his coat. Now we finally learned that he has a gun. I thought we learned that a while back, but I guess that's Neela's storyline. It comes out holding something small, silver and deadly. A revolver, one of these new ones everyone's been whispering about. The kind that mean you don't need to be strong to kill someone. He tilts it, almost casual. Don't make me repeat myself. The rich guy's jaw is tight, his voice coming out in a hiss through clenched teeth. Damn it! Damn it! I squint at him, not sure if he's cursing me, the ocean, or himself. He shakes his head, eyes flicking around like he's checking if anyone saw. I shouldn't have done that. Done what? He exhales sharply through his nose, keeping his voice low, but sharp enough to cut. You saw it. Now you're involved, whether you like it or not. I feel my stomach knot. You're going to help me, otherwise I'll have to silence you, and probably your disgusting mate, too. The way he says mate makes my skin crawl. I glance at the revolver still in his hand, the metal catching a glint of light from the fading sun. I can only nod, one false move, and the gulls will be picking me clean before the tide changes. Walk, don't say a word. I keep my eyes forward and swallow hard. The sound of gulls and paddles gradually disappears as his footsteps approach, leaving just the creak of the deck and the buzz of the ship's internal workings beneath my boots. We end up in the cargo hold. You don't need to know much, just this. I boarded the ship for a reason. Been planning it for a long time. No, it's still the same. Or, still new. He stops near a crate that looks older than the rest, its wood darker and worn, almost like it's been through 100 voyages. On top of it sits a small box, heavy-looking and carved with a huge draconian crown ornate and unmistakable. Open it! His hand is still tucked in his coat. I don't need to see the revolver to know it's there. I walk over, fingers finding the nails on the crate's lid, prying it open with a groan of wood. Gold, not coins, bars. heavy, gleaming, untouched. The kind of gold you don't just own, the kind of gold that belongs to someone powerful. National treasure quality. My chest tightens. That's enough. Leave. You've seen more than most live to talk about. Consider yourself lucky. I back away, my boots scraping against the planks. I don't look at him again. I don't dare. I need to get back to Eris right now. I must protect her from what's coming. I think it's going to be the other way around, let's be honest. They're basically the same until I add some new content for him. Context, sorry. I already wrote them and Midnight is drawing them. Eris's face twists like she just chewed through a lemon, her eyes narrowing at me as I finish talking. Johnny, I don't want you to get hurt. Babe, you've already hurt me enough. I lean against the wall, arms folded, trying to act casual even though my stomach is in knots. Yeah, well, he told me I was lucky to keep me alive. Not exactly the kind of guy you sit down with for tea and biscuits. She crosses her arms too, but her claws dig into the fabric of her sleeves. Why would you even follow him in the first place? Do you have any idea how dangerous that is? I didn't really have a choice. He had the revolver on him. What was I supposed to do? Tell him no and hope I could dodge a bullet? Her jaw tightens and she glares. You shouldn't have been alone with him at all. That one stings more than I expect. Look, I know it was stupid, but if I didn't go, he would have forced someone else, maybe even one of the crew. Her tail flicks, but her voice lowers softer. Johnny, you're not some hero. Don't throw yourself in front of the fire like that, please. The please knocks the wind out of me more than her scolding. She's really scared. I'll be careful. For now, we keep this between us. Nobody else needs to know until we figure out what he's planning. Fine, but if you vanish, don't expect me to mourn quietly. I'll drag you back by the scuff if I have to. Noted. Still, the memory of the crate, the crown stamped on its side, the gold stacked inside, it won't leave my head. Judging by Eris's face, it's not leaving hers either. Her tail goes still, which is somehow worse than when it lashes. Promise me something, Johnny. I shift uneasily. What is it? That you'll be careful, that you won't do anything reckless. No heroics, no throwing yourself into danger because you think you have to. Eris. I'm serious, I can't afford to lose someone I feel a real connection with now. My heart wouldn't endure it. Her voice cracks, just a little, but it's enough to make the room feel too small. I swallow, suddenly aware of how heavy my next words are. All right, I promise, no hero stunts. I'll keep my head down. She exhales, relieved but still not satisfied, like she's testing if she can believe me. Good, because if you break that promise, Johnny, it won't just be your neck on the line. Her gaze lingers, and I know she means every word. I just nod. I won't do anything reckless, not if it means I get to be between your arms another day. It looks like he fell into her and not... I don't know. Eris's lips twitch, fighting back a smile she doesn't quite want to show. She nods once, decisive, and then she... No, that wasn't a pull. That wasn't a pull. He fell into that. And then she pulls me in without warning. Her arms lock tight around me, and because of the size difference, my face ends up pressed against her chest. Here, I'm gonna get a replay. He looked like he fell. Yeah, he fell. There was no grabbing. There was no forward movement from Eris at all. He fell. He dived into that shit. Dora the Explorer moment. Fox didn't do it. Alright, this is supposed to be a CG too. Okay. supposed, or is it behind the filter? For a second, I just freeze. Warmth, her heartbeat, the faint scent of her, everything crashes into me at once. You owe me more cuddles later for making me worry like this. Exactly what I thought. Her tail coils lightly around my side, sealing the hug, and I can't even pretend I'm not melting into it. I try again, pushing words through the fabric and warmth pressing over my face. I gotta go work. It comes out garbled, and Eris tilts her head, making a small huff sound like she didn't hear me, or like she's choosing not to. You could be late a few minutes if it's to please a lady. Before I can wiggle free, her arms squeeze tighter, pulling me deeper against her. My face is completely buried now, no escape. Her heartbeat loud in my ears. I flail a little, half struggling, half giving up. The muffled noises I make just earn me a soft chuckle from her chest. We didn't have time for drawing it, okay. It looked more like he headbutted her. That was the gamer move for getting a free dragon motorboat. See, that's better. You're learning. And all I can do is groan into her, knowing she's not letting me go anytime soon. Oh boy. Oh, that's a drink right there. Hold on. Ugh. Just when I think I'm going to suffocate in bliss, the cabin door creaks open. For once, I'm actually happy to see someone. Lorelei, of all people. That's weird, but her timing is perfect. Eris loosens her hold instinctively, enough for me to finally draw a proper breath. I stagger back a step, coughing quietly into my fist, but Lorelei doesn't notice. She enters the room with a smile on her face and sparkles in her eyes. Uh-oh, something happened. Lorelei bounces on her heels, hands clasped. I bet you if you helped Orange, this would probably be different, wouldn't it? Hands clasped in front of her chest, practically bursting. He's so charming, Eris. Wonder, Sean, I'm sure Crescenario would know this stuff. When he looks at me, it's like the heavens themselves open. Can you imagine? A dragon willing to follow me to the end of the world. I never thought this day would come so soon. She presses a hand to her chest dramatically, eyes shining. What the... Yesterday, Orange looked me dead in the eye and told me he was going to break it off with her. Then why is she still this attached? My stomach knots. Either Orange hasn't told her yet, or he did and she just refused to hear it. Eris keeps quiet, tail twitching like a metronome, her grip around my side finally slipping away. Indlik, someone who truly sees me. Oh, Eris, you must meet him properly. He's so sweet, so devoted. I could sing. What the hell is going on? I clear my throat, finally managing to peel myself away from Eris' side. I really gotta get to work now. I'll leave you two to chat. Eris glances at me, her expression softening for just a second before she nods. Lorelei doesn't even register I spoke. She's already off again, voice bubbling like a fountain. And the way he looked at me last night, hers, it was like fire. Orange is truly the one, I know it. He couldn't possibly think any otherwise. Her hands flutter dramatically as she speaks, and I slip past her unnoticed, out the cabin door. She's still talking about Orange, like nothing's changed. What the hell did he tell me yesterday, then? Not just a different dialogue, and that's it. Okay, so I should probably just go back and see it. That's not a smile. She looks more like shell-shocked. Where can we find this game? I forgot. On Steam. It's funny seeing my German in the English. I haven't studied German since high school. Okay, let me save real quick. And we'll go back and check that dialogue. No, no, I don't want to load. I should help him. Not. Oh, the illusion of choice again. Oh no. Oh, not my problem. The illusion of choice. Many such cases. Alright, yeah. On. I step onto the deck, the salty wind hitting my face. Orange is wandering near the railing, fiddling with something on the deck. He doesn't notice me at first. Orange! He spins around, startled, eyes widening. Hang on, come the fuck here. He hesitates, glancing down the deck like he's weighing some invisible duty. I have my duties. I step closer, voice low but sharp, letting authority drip from every word. Oh no you don't. For once you're going to listen to your officer. He freezes, my pulse quickens. The Metamucil fighting against me. I'm not really the officer, not officially, but right now I'm in charge and I'm going to use it. Come here immediately. Orange sighs, but finally he trudges towards me, muttering under his breath. You're a tyrant, mate. And don't you dare try to wiggle out of this one. We need to talk. Orange stops, looking up at me, curiosity and a little apprehension written across his face. What the hell happened yesterday? Weren't you supposed to break up with Lorelei? Orange blinks, then scratches the back of his neck, looking anywhere but at me. Well, you see, mate, things came up. My brother needed help with the boiler, and then there was some cargo to check, and a whole list of things. Really, busy day, you know how it is. That's bullshit, and you know it. Orange shifts uncomfortably, his tail flicking against the deck. It's not bullshit, it's priorities. The ship doesn't run itself, Anon, and maybe the timing wasn't right, She wasn't in a good mood, and I didn't want to crush her right then and there. So instead, you let her run around telling everyone you're her perfect mate. Orange winces at that, shoulders tightening. She really said that. Said it, she practically sang it to the heavens. His jaw works, guilt flashing across his face, but he still doesn't answer. You need to fix this, and I mean it. He doesn't say a word, but Orange moves, his tail flickering anxiously as his eyes dart to the deck. I'm leaving now. I've got to go help Neela at the helm, but you better have this sorted before your shift ends. I turn and start walking away, boots echoing against the wood, feeling Orange's gaze on my back. He still doesn't speak. I can practically see the guilt written all over him. Good. Let him stew in it for a bit. Maybe it'll finally sink in. I reach the wheelhouse and push the door open. The smell of salt and engine oil greeting me. We bully Horu now for this. Yeah, I hate illusion of choice. That's one of my pet peeves in just gaming in general, not just visual novel. If the choice I make doesn't matter, why give me the choice? The sun dips low, painting the sky in shades of bruised orange and violet as my shift finally ends. My shoulders ache from standing at the helm so long, but at least the day's steady sailing kept things quiet. With dusk settling in, I figure I'll check on Eris before turning in. Common area is unusually still when I reach it. No chatter, no footsteps, no passengers wandering about. Every cabin door is shut tight, the hallway eerily hollow. That's when I hear it, soft at first, then sharper, broken, sobbing. Ice cream in the 19th century, here, now. What kind of ice? I need to zoom. I can't read. ice cream vanilla from who? I don't know what name that is. It's from someone. I can't make out the font. Bully me for translating this game like crap instead. How about both? I follow the sound and find her, Lorelei, sprawled across the couch, face red and blotchy, shoulders trembling as she shovels spoonfuls of ice cream into her mouth. How'd you store the ice cream here for like 3 weeks without melting? I was gonna say, ice cream in the middle of the Atlantic? Where the hell did she even get that? Where'd she even store it? Unless she, like, breathes like fucking ice. She's an ice dragon or some shit. She hiccups mid-bite, then stuffs another spoonful in and says it out loud between sobs. Nom! The sound is pitiful and absurd all at once, her tears streaming as the spoon clinks against the bowl. She looks like she's been waiting for someone, maybe anyone, to walk in and witness her misery. I hover at the doorway, unsure if I should step forward or back out slowly before she notices me. She definitely sees me, there's no doubt about it. The second my eyes meet hers, she scoops another mountain of ice cream and shoves it into her mouth. Oh no! Louder, deliberate, her tears spill harder, dripping off of her chin, and she doesn't even bother wiping them away. She just keeps going, stuffing her face as if the ice cream itself is fueling her misery. I sigh and cross the room, sitting down at the couch beside her. Alright, what happened this time? She lets the spoon down dramatically, raising her head like she's about to deliver a monologue to an invisible crowd. It's not the rejection that breaks me, Anon. No, nine. I could endure that. But my art, my beautiful lingerie was ignored. Ignored! Her hands clutch the bowl as if she could wring sympathy from it. Then she dives back in, eating louder now, tears dripping into the melting ice cream. Nom nom nom! I blink at her, deadpan. So, Orange didn't insult you, he just didn't comment on your underwear designs? He dismissed them, Anon, as if they were nothing, as if I was some silly baby doodling frills. I mean, God, the pain. A rejection of me I can withstand, but a rejection of my art, that is unbearable. She clutches her chest with her free hand, rolling sideways on the couch before shoving in another mouthful. I rub my temples. Oh, no. So let me get this straight. You're heartbroken, not because he doesn't want to be your mate, but because he didn't give your designs a standing ovation. Exactly. Finally, you understand my torment. She straightens, ice cream smeared at the corner of her lips, eyes shining with melodramatic despair. How could he? My lace, my silk, my genius, ignored. It is worse than death, Anon, worse than rejection. It is obscurity. Another spoonful disappears into her mouth, tears rolling as she mutters into the bowl. Oh, no. Sigh. She is not mourning a lost love. She is mourning lost applause. No. Okay, enough with the nom thing. I've already noticed your pain. You don't need to shout it with every bite. Well, let me express myself with loud words, Anon. If I cannot cry my torment into the night, at least let me eat it loudly. She shoves another spoonful in, exaggerated chewing echoing through the quiet cabin. I close my eyes and rub my forehead, suddenly realizing why every single door in this hallway is always shut whenever she's around. Of course. Lorelei sniffles, spoon trembling in her grip as she prepares another bite. You humans are always afraid of noise, but how else shall the world know the depth of my suffering? Trust me, Lorelei, the world already knows. Every soul on the ship knows. The walls aren't thick enough. Her tail thumps once against the couch in protest, but then she takes another spoonful anyway, letting the sound ring out. Nom nom! Yep, mystery solved. That's why nobody leaves their door open. She freezes mid-bite, looking at me with wounded dignity, as if I'd uncovered her tragic secret. They silence me because they cannot handle my greatness. Or your volume. Lorelei's sobbing ramps up again, echoing through the common area like someone strangling a violin. My patience finally snaps. Alright, fine, you want to hear it, then listen closely. She freezes mid-bite. If Orange didn't see your sexy curves, actually leaning to the word, half choking on it, while you were wearing your design that shows every inch of your body, then he is a damn idiot. Lorelei gasps, spoon trembling in her hand. Because yes, you're sexy. Cough, there, I said it. Any male would fall for you. For a moment, silence, just the creak of the ship and her spoon clinking against the bowl. Oh, hang on. She squeals, throwing herself sideways against me, hugging me with ice cream sticky hands. Oh, God. I thought you hated humans. And lick. Finally, someone who understands mein Kunst. Great, now I'm the one boosting her ego. Tomorrow she'll probably parade around like I proposed to her. Lorelei pulls back, eyes gleaming with renewed drama. I take everything back I've ever said about humans. Truly, if the so-called male dragons cannot see mean well potential, then they are pathetic, blind, worthless. Her gaze softens, shifting into something far more dangerous. Flirty eyes, lashes batting at me like she just found a new toy to play with. Hold it right there. I'm with Eris now. Like a bucket of cold seawater dumped over her head, the glow fades, she blinks, her smile twitching before she shrugs, cold and sharp. Oh, I know. I don't like bald men anyway. Bitch. And she leaves, just like that. Orange, I swear to the primordial one, if I see you now, I'll punch your face for making me eat all this drama. She spins and marches off to her cabin, her spoon still in hand like a sword. The sound of her door slamming echoes through the common area. I exhale, rubbing my face. Finally, peace. A shadow lingers behind me. A shadow that heard everything. Yeah, time for a drink. Oh boy. Let me renew my lip balm. The air just keeps going in and out of my mouth, so it dries it faster. Not really much I can do, you know? This is a movie, Lorelei, not a theater. Two full potentials. Oh, hey, dog. Lorelei got lost in the Oktoberfest. She said finally in German and in English afterwards. It's definitely a Crescenario move right there. Here's a tip, Porku. In German, W is pronounced like a V. Okay. Well, I'm not doing German voices. Like, I'm just hamming it up with whatever comes to mind. It's easier that way. So you really meant to say she was sexy in front of me? I freeze, slowly turn. Eris stands there, arms crossed, eyes narrowed, looking like she's deciding if she should scold me or toss me overboard. How long have you been standing there? Between the mystery being solved and Lorelei being silenced. Perfect. Just perfect. Okay, but seriously, what would you have done if you were in my position? Same scenario, same crying, same everything. Eris doesn't even hesitate. I would have left her to cry alone and spent my time with my mate, obviously. Her tone is flat, as if the answer is so clear she can't believe I even asked. That was cold, real cold. But then again, this is Lorelei. Chances are the whole scene was already scripted in her head. waiting for someone to stumble into her performance and give her the line she wanted. To be understood, to be seen. Sigh. I'm going to kill you for real, Orange. Thursday. Just a hard cut to the saloon. The saloon's quiet this morning. A few passengers filter in, grab their plates, and disappear back to their cabins like ghosts. I sit with Eris on the long bench, shoulder to shoulder. She's chewing her navy biscuits, crumbs scattering across the table. I eat slower, mostly because watching her chew through everything with those sharp teeth is distracting as hell. She nudges my arm with her elbow. Johnny, you don't mind me being close with you, do you? I stop mid-bite, turning to her. Why would I mind? She keeps her eyes on the table. I'm still not used to this, having a mate. This is the longest I've ever had something like that, so I don't know where the boundaries are. You can be as close as you want. Just be careful not to crush me. That pulls her out of whatever mood she was sinking into. She grins, leans over, and drags her tongue up my... Oh no, we got just full-on PDA here, man. Just laying it out for everyone to see. And drags her tongue up my cheek. I freeze, then cough like I just inhaled a lungful of smoke. The hell, Eris? If we weren't limited with beds, Johnny, I'd carry you to one right now. My face burns hot. I rub at my cheek with my sleeve, trying to get rid of the warmth she left behind. But it's pointless. You can't just do that! She laughs, loud enough to draw the glance from the other side of the room, then swats my leg with her tail. What, you just said I could be as close as I want. Yeah, but not in public. Her tail flicks against me again, slower this time, teasing. She tilts her head towards the empty end of the saloon. Who's around to see? I glance around, and she's got me there. Fair enough. She grins, leaning closer until her shoulder presses into mine. So what's the problem, then? I push my plate forward. You really shouldn't wish for something sexual right now. Her eyes narrow, like I just challenged her. And why not? Before I can answer, her head dips down. She rests her snoot right on top of my head. The weight warm and heavy, her breath rolling down the side of my face. I could feel her scales brushing against me every time she shifts. I don't move, though. My hands curl tight against my knees. Because the last time you nearly drained my life after I spanked you once. Oh god, that's all it takes to get her going, huh? That's crazy. What? Her body goes stiff. For a moment, she doesn't say anything. Then the color starts spreading across her cheeks, dark crimson shading deeper. Johnny! I tilt my head just enough to glance up at her. What? Not true? You can't just bring that up while I'm eating. I grin, leaning back into her just to test. Why not? You started it. Her tail thumps against the bench. I didn't think you'd throw that in my face. Hey, I'm just reminding you, if you want me alive, maybe ease up on the whole wild dragoness and heat thing. Her claws tighten around her plate. You're an ass, Johnny. Yeah, but you like me. The snort rattles against my head, a mix of embarrassment and something else she's trying to hide. There's the AI again. Yeah, I like that part about you. I glance sideways at her, raising an eyebrow. Speaking of AI, I really need to jump one more time into Snooter Shooter. Gotta give that one a farewell before we jump into the next thing. What part? Wait, what part? You don't let me get away with everything. I can be complicated from time to time, but at least you're honest. Her clawed hand slides down, casually groping my thigh under the table. I tense for a moment, but I don't push her away. If anything, I just exhale, leaning back against the bench. Sigh. The sigh slips out heavier than I meant it to. She notices right away, tilting her head so her snout shifts off of me, her red eyes narrowing. Did I do something wrong? No, it's not that. Then what? I rode the back of my neck, suddenly finding the half-empty saloon too quiet. I've just been worried. That rich guy hasn't approached me in the past days. Her expression sharpens instantly, claws flexing just enough for me to feel the pressure against my thigh. That's the best thing that could have happened. Means he's finally got bored and left you alone. Maybe, but it doesn't sit right with me. He was just too persistent before, and now nothing. Feels off. Eris withdraws her hand, folding her arms, tapping her claws against the wood. You're expecting him to come back. I'm expecting something. I'd rather be wrong, but I can't shake the feeling. She studies me for a long moment, and leans back in with a huff. Fine, worry if you must, but until he shows his face again, I'm not letting him ruin breakfast for us. And just like that, she grounds me, without even realizing it. You're impossible, you know that? And yet, you're still here. She tears another bite of biscuit, leaning back like she's won. The smugness in her face is impossible to ignore, so I roll my eyes, deciding to throw something at her. Hard to forget what happened the other day. That gets her attention. Oh, you mean when you spanked me and nearly ended up as breakfast yourself? Don't remind me, my body's still recovering from that mess. She laughs, leaning closer until I can feel the heat of her scales again. Mess, you loved every second of it. Loved it? Sure. Survived it? Questionable. She grins wide, teeth flashing. Maybe it's for the best. No more beds free on this ship anyway. Yeah, maybe fate's trying to protect me. Her tail flicks hard against my shin under the bench. If it was an option, I'd kick Lorelei out of the cabin without a second thought. Then we could have more heated times together. I cough, half from laughing, half from choking on my own food. Sweet primordial dragon, Eris. My hips are still sore. I don't think I'd survive round 2. I don't care. Fair enough. You said that twice today. The grin fades. Johnny, listen to me for a moment. The sudden seriousness in her tone makes me sit up straighter. What is it? She sets her clawed hand over mine, gripped firm, almost too warm. Don't get involved with that rich bastard. Promise me. My throat tightens as I gaze at her. It's no longer playful the way she says it. Her voice isn't flirty, and she doesn't have a smug smile to go along with it. Pure concern. It's not that I've got an option, Eris. Her claws flex slightly against my skin. You always have an option. Ignore him. Walk away. I don't care if he's rich. I don't care what he wants from you. I sigh, dragging my free hand down my face. Wait, did we tell her he has a gun? It's not about me. It's about you. If I don't listen to him, if I piss him off, you're the one who could get hurt. I'm not risking that. She is momentarily silenced by that. Her lips part as if to protest. Oh boy, what is it now? No, I don't care if Nintendo's live on Twitch. It's probably stupid. Her lips part as if to protest, but nothing comes out as her eyes flicker down. She simply tightens her grip on my hand, her claws cautious but persistent. Johnny, you idiot. Yeah, I've been called worse. She huffs, resting her forehead against mine now. Then at least take care, for now. Promise me that much. Near the end, her voice becomes hardly audible. If a dragoness of her size is this worried about me, it makes me feel something when I hear her voice like this. I nod slowly. All right, I'll be careful. I mean it. Her shoulders sag with relief, like that was all she needed. But the clock in my head's already ticking, my shift's waiting. I slide out of the bench, her claws slipping reluctantly from mine. I'll see you later. She stays where she is, hands folded on the table, staring down at her half-eaten plate, crimson scales catching the window light, tail draped lifeless against the bench. I force myself to turn and head for the door. Hand-holding. What the hell am I ears listening to? There's a simple way of knowing when the translation got taken over by the AI, because it says claws more often than hands. Because in Spanish it's just manos equals hands. We don't use garras equals claws because it's strictly for animals. Huh. Oh yeah, because what is it? Because she's a dragon. I forgot this isn't dinos, but dragons. The shift ends with the sky fading gray. I'm tired, but not enough to head back to the cabin. Instead, I settle near the paddles, and that's where rich guy's gonna strike, isn't it? Let me readjust a bit. I lean back against the railing, closing my eyes, letting the sound of the ocean drown out the thoughts spinning in my head. Footsteps scrape against the deck. Eris. She comes up slow, her long strides carrying her across the planks. But something's wrong. Her snout is lowered, eyes hard, mouth set in a grim line. With her claws curling and uncurling as if she's unsure of what to do with them, she pauses just in front of me. She doesn't say anything. I straighten, pushing myself off of the rail. Eris, what's going on? Nothing, not a word. I'm about to step closer, about to press her again when the sound cuts the air. I turn to face the sound, and sure enough, he's there. As if nothing had occurred, the rich jerk himself climbed out from the deck below. The smirk plastered across his face makes my gut churn. Eris finally speaks, but the words aren't what I want to hear. I didn't have an option. She doesn't look at me, not fully. Her gaze flicks towards the man behind her, and then away again. He approached me. I was on my way to the toilets, and he cornered me. I clench my fist without even realizing it. The rich guy steps into the deck fully now, rushing at his coat like dusting off some invisible dirt. His smile is all teeth and venom. Well, well, quite the scene. I move a half step forward, putting both of us at risk without thinking. My pulse pounds against my temples, the fatigue from my shift evaporating in an instant. What the hell do you want now? The bastard just tilts his head as if amused by my anger. I see it then, a single glint on her cheek, sliding down, catching the dusk light. A tear, it drops into the wood between her claws and makes no sound. Eris doesn't say a thing. She keeps her snout turned away slightly away, like she looks at me. Right, like if she looks at me, I'll see the guilt she's carrying and it'll spill out. Maybe that's the worst part. I can tell she feels cornered by this. I try to keep my voice level. Leave her out of this. The rich guy laughs. Leave her out? Oh no, Johnny, that won't be possible. He pauses like he's savoring the next bit. I tried doing it myself. The words are stupid enough that I almost miss what he means. Move the crates down into the cargo hold. Thought, foolishly, that a man of means could muscle through. I never in my life pushed my own body mass like that. Always had men for that. Turns out gold is heavy when you're not used to getting your hands dirty. He laughs at his own failure. It sounds like a joke from someone else. Heaving at the crate is a memory that is simultaneously absurd and horrifying. He looks pleased with himself, like experimenting with labor was a funny experiment gone wrong. So I thought, hire help, bribe a few, but no one could be trusted or was available when I needed them. Then I remembered how big and convenient your maid is. He curls the insult into a smile. Big, strong, and ugly enough to be overlooked. Every syllable hits like a stone. I can feel my jaw working. I want to close the distance, make him taste the salt on his own tongue, but he's already dipping a gloved hand towards his coat. The movement is small, casual, but the idea of metal is enough to freeze me. He steps forward, too close. You two will help me carry the gold to my cabin. You do it quick and quiet, and nobody gets hurt. You don't, and it won't be pretty. He tests Eris like an object by letting his finger go purposefully and mockingly along her back as he speaks. She yelps, a sound that rips out of her without permission, her whole body coiled like a spring, tail lashing. I gotta blow my nose real quick. Yeah, I forgot to do the neti pot this morning to see if it'd help. You leave it to me to forget. I taste copper. I want to move, to snap his arm off, to make him regret thinking he could touch her like that. But the revolver peeks from beneath his coat as if on cue. A dull silver promises that cuts off lungs and courage. Eris squeezes my hand until I can feel the claws press through. She mouths a word, please, but no sound comes out. Shame is a weight in her shoulders. The tear is still there, cold and bright on her cheek. The rich guy straightens, satisfied, like a farmer surveying his market. Move! As we descend the iron steps, each step becomes heavier than the last, and then the thump of the paddles lessens. The rich guy doesn't say much, just taps the heel of his boot against the steps. We reach the cargo hold, the air thick and damp with salt and oil. Eris leans close as we walk. Johnny, I'm scared. I want to tell her that I got this, that it will be fine, but the words stick in my throat. My silence probably says more than anything I could force out. The rich guy waves a hand. Open it. Let's not waste time. I kneel without arguing. Now, carry them. I grit my teeth, reach down, and test the weight. Even 1 bar feels like lifting a chunk of stone. I manage 3 at once, arms locked tight, the edges biting into my palms, any more and I drop them. I look at Eris. After a brief moment of hesitation, she stoops to pick them up like firewood. 1, 2... My nose is clogging up again. That's great. 1, 2... Her claws scrape against the metal. 3, 4... Her chest presses against the stack tighter. 5, 6... Her muscles strain. Her long arms wrapping around the pile. 7, 8... The rich guy watches with thin amusement. 9, 10... The bars clink dangerously. 11, 12... Her breathing gets heavier, but she won't stop. 13, 14, 15... The sight cuts me deeper than the weight in my arms. That's the limit. She's not even winded. Her arms just can't hold anymore. Nowhere left to grip. No more room to stack. The rich guy claps once, the sound echoing in the cargo hold. Good. That'll do for now. Eris shifts her stack carefully, arms trembling only from the awkwardness of the load. I hear the faint scrape of her scales against the bars. My 3 feel pitiful compared to her 15, but she doesn't complain. I know she's scared. I know I am too, but right now, with all that gold stacked in our arms and him at our backs, there's no room for anything except silence. The dull clink of metal on my shit echoes with every step, and the bars make me feel heavy like anchors. Eris walks beside me, her stack impossibly higher, stack impossibly higher, balanced against her chest. Neither of us say a word, not with him following close. Her claws leave faint grooves in the gold as she tightens her grip. Steadying the load, she doesn't falter once. Inside! We move as told. My arms burn by the time I lower my 3 bars onto the floor of his cabin. Eris kneels slowly, her 15 clattering into a neat gleaming pile. She exhales through her teeth, not from exhaustion, just the tension of holding herself steady under his gaze. Wouldn't that cause a racket or something? He shuts the door behind us, eyes glinting in the lantern light. Better than expected. He smooths down his coat, his hand drifting deliberately near the pocket again. The faint bulge of the revolver flashes in and out as he moves. I'll be looking forward to working with you again. His fingers rest just a little too long on the outline of the gun before he lets the coat fall closed. No threat spoken, but the meaning is clear enough. Then, as casually as nothing had happened, he turns his back on us and pushes the gold further into the room with the heel of his boot. The door clicks shut behind him, leaving us in the common area, free but not free. Eris doesn't move. Her chest rises and falls in short, shallow bursts. For a second, I think she's about to break. Her eyes shining too much in the dim light. She swallows hard, blinks it back, and instead she says, a voice low and flat, I want a cup of tea. The words hang there, strange, out of place. I almost point out that she told me before she doesn't even like tea, but I bite it back. She doesn't need me reminding her of what she is or isn't supposed to feel. Not right now. Instead, I step closer, slip my hand into hers. I squeeze her hand once and nod. Then let's get you some tea. We leave the common area together. Friday. It's Friday. The only sounds in the saloon are the ship hum and the sporadic clink of kitchenware. Her drink has not been touched. I reach her across the table slowly, my hand sliding over hers. Her scales are cool against my palm, but she doesn't move. Not even a twitch, just keeps staring off like I'm not even here. Eris. My voice comes out low, almost pleading. She doesn't answer. I know what he did yesterday. It wasn't fair, not to you, not to either of us. Her eyes flick down, barely, maybe at my hand, maybe not. Then she looks away again, out the window this time. We got through it. We're still here, and that has to count for something, right? I shift in my seat, searching for her face, but her expression stays carved in stone. The corners of her lips twitch, not into a smile, more like a bitter shadow of one. I don't want to see you like this. My thumb rubs gently over her knuckles, desperate for any sign that she's still with me, still herself, still nothing. I'll handle him next time. You won't have to stand there again, I swear. She blinks once, slow, then finally her lips part. Don't make promises you can't keep. Her voice is raw, quiet. The weight of it knocks the air out of me. I'm trying. The words come out of me in a smaller form than I intended. For the first time, she looks at me, really looks. Her eyes sharp with disappointment, not anger, maybe sadness. She doesn't pull her hand away, but she doesn't return the hold either. Just lets me keep her there, heavy as stone, while the silence swallows us both. I wasn't even afraid for my life yesterday. Her voice trembles. I was afraid of losing you. When she blinks at last, her lashes are moist, and the words come down with more force than a bullet. I swallow hard, unable to look away. He knew it too, that bastard saw right through me. He took what I feel for you and turned it into a weapon. She exhales. When I said I didn't want you to get hurt, I meant it. I meant every word, and now... Finally, her fingers tighten on my hand, preventing me from moving, as if she's hanging on to verify that I'm still here. Now I can't even explain what's inside me. I don't know if I'm afraid or sad, or disappointed, or all of it at once. Her face twists as she says it, caught between anger and despair. It feels like I want to cough and puke at the same time, but my body won't let me. She presses her free hand against her chest, like she's trying to hold herself together from the inside out. I squeeze her hand firmly, leaning forward across the table. Eris, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. My own voice sounds raw, stripped bare, because for once I don't care about sounding strong, I just want her to believe me. Her grip on me finally feels real, alive. Her hand now feels warmer. Eris's eyes search my face, restless, like she's hunting for an answer I don't have. Johnny, what are we gonna do about this? I don't know. The words spill out too fast, too small, and the second they leave me, I hate myself for how useless they sound. She leans back, shoulders sagging as if my answer knocked the wind out of her. For a long moment, she says nothing, only breathes slowly through her nose. Then she reaches for the hard navy biscuit sitting on her plate, picks it up between her fingers, and starts tapping it against the dish. Tap, tap, tap. The dull sound cuts into the silence. Should we tell the captain or some member of the crew? When she asks, her gaze is fixed on the cookie she is holding. As if she's already terrified of the response, she doesn't even glance at me. The gun he has, it's not just any gun. She stops tapping. What do you mean? Her head lifts, brows furrowed, her voice sharp now. There's a bite to it, not from anger at me, but from the sudden crack of fear running through her. It's a revolver. Eris's frown deepens, confusion cutting across her features. What's a revolver? As though I just spoke something in a foreign language, she tilts her head slightly. It's a kind of pistol, but it can fire more than once. I rub at the back of my neck, realizing how stupidly vague it sounds. She blinks, incredulous. How is that even possible? I don't know how to explain it. They're new. I just know they exist. And I've heard what they can do. We both remain silent for a long time. She holds the forgotten biscuit in her palm, but her grasp is so firm that I'm afraid she could break it in two. So he could shoot again and again without stopping? Yes. The way she stares back at me when I meet her gaze makes my stomach churn. The rich guy has more power than any of us could ever hope to equal, and she is realizing what I already know. She sets the biscuit down on the plate with a soft clink. Johnny, we can't fight that. Sigh. I know. I want to tell her we'll find a way, but I can't lie to her, not about this. Then what do we do? Her grip finds mine again, not loose this time, not hesitant. Her fingers dig into my hand, desperate, demanding something I don't have. I stare at her, at the fire breaking through the cracks of her fear. My chest aches with the weight of her question. I wish I had an answer. I don't know, not yet. Like stones skittering down a pit too deep to hear, my words stutter out, silent. I hate this feeling. Her lips part like she wants to say more, but nothing comes. Just silence and the sound of her uneven breathing. I hold her hand tighter. She doesn't pull away this time. We'll figure it out, together. You better mean that. Eris's grip on my hand is still tight when the saloon door creaks open. I look up as Lorelei enters, her chin tipped just a bit higher than most people on the ship would dare, her stance upright. Guten Morgen. Eris blinks at her, brow furrowed, and I don't even bother pretending I understand. Eris glances at me, and then back at Lorelei. Good morning? Oh wait, it's Eris. Good morning. Lorelei smiles, satisfied enough with that. She plucks a crumb from the edge of Eris's plate, rolling it between her fingers before flicking it aside. I just saw a very nice bar on the coast, very promising. Perhaps I will find a suitable husband there. I blink at her, caught off guard by the sudden shift in tone in the moment she sat down. Eris stares at her, lips parted slightly. A bar? I can't tell if she's confused by Lorelei's priorities, or by the thought of some bar being worth mentioning right now. Yes, a bar where people drink and talk, and sometimes embarrass themselves, which makes evaluating potential partners easier. I look between the two of them, unsure if I should say anything at all. Eris's grip on my hand hasn't loosened at all. You think you'll find someone there? My words come out before I could stop them, half curiosity, half attempt to pull the tension down. Lorelei turns to me, head tilting in that odd, bird-like way of hers. Statistically speaking, yes, people who frequent drinking establishments are often unmarried, and they reveal themselves more honestly after alcohol consumption. This increases my chance of locating a husband who is not conservative or boring. Her nose wrinkles slightly at the last words. I know she's talking about Orange. Eris blinks again, then shifts uncomfortably on the bench. I'm going to renew my lip balm. My God, I'm dying. My lips are drier than Lorelei's you-know-what right now. Lorelei sure knows how to break the tension. Eris blinks again, then shifts uncomfortably on the bench. You really talk about like you're shopping for boots or something. Lorelei lifts her chin, clearly unbothered. Choosing a husband is not unlike selecting proper footwear. Both require durability, sustainability, and endurance. A mistake in either category can result in long-term green-colored pain. She looks between us as if daring either of us to disagree. I gotta blow my nose again. Yeah, it's that point where nothing's coming out. That's great. I'm just clogged now. That's one way to put it. Eris doesn't laugh. She just lowers her gaze to the plate in front of her, finally letting go of my hand to reach for the biscuit again. Her movements are slower now, almost sluggish, like Lorelei's interruption drained whatever energy she had left. Lorelei leans closer to her, ignoring the shift in mood entirely. Perhaps you will also find a husband if you come with me. The coast is full of opportunities. A human husband for you, maybe. Wait, what? I'm not gay. Oh wait, no, Eris. I thought she was talking to me. Like, what? Lorelei, who do you think I am? I already have some human I want to spend my life with. When she says it, she looks directly at me and speaks in a steady, clear voice. Despite everything dragging her down, a warm gaze stays. I smile back at her. It is worth a shot. She says it in a nonchalant manner, as if she's just tested an equation and is happy with the outcome. Lorelei, I'm not interested in you. My voice comes out firmer than I expected. I don't want her thinking there's even room for doubt. She pouts, lips pursed, tail flicking once behind her. I understand, you don't need to repeat it. Eris leans forward, her gaze hard now, all the softness from before gone. Then you shouldn't try to steal someone's man. Eris's claws tap once against the table. Her tone sounds like a warning shot. Lorelei's eyes widen. She slams her hand on the table and shouts, her voice ringing through the saloon. I understand! Her face is flushed now, and with a sharp flick of her tail, she spins on her heel, stomping away without looking back. Eris leans on her elbow, eyes flickering to the door Lorelei left through not long ago. You're not even remotely interested in her, are you? I still got the Lorelei voice going. Oh no. It's infectious. I blink at her, confused at first, then I understand. She thinks Lorelei got under my skin. I shake my head slowly. In Lorelei? No, not even a little. I say it straight because there's nothing to dress up. Her perfume, her hair, her constant superiority, it all just smothers me. Eris's brows pinch together. Really? Her tail twitches, her fingers drum once against the table. She wants to believe me, but doesn't let herself yet. Eris, as someone as big as her. My hand makes a vague motion in the air. I feel my ears heat. Not the best choice of words. That's not particularly appealing to me. I don't like bowling balls, Eris. Big? I'm big too. Her voice wavers, and before I can answer, she glances down, pressing her palms against her chest. She cups herself awkwardly. Oh no, an Alia moment. Almost defensively. Her fingers curling like she's trying to measure. Now, we don't do Alia here, buddy. Quit allying out. Not as big as her, but still. She looks so damn vulnerable, and all I can think of how much I want to chase that doubt away before it eats her alive. You are, but that's different. My grin slips in, lopsided and sure. I don't let her pull back from me. I'd rather cuddle with a big girl like you any day than deal with someone annoying like Lorelei. Her cheeks are already darkening in a deeper crimson. You... She cuts herself off, her lips twitching. Then the laugh escapes. You really mean that? Oh, my nasal passageways. I might just go and try and use the neti pot. My god, it's getting worse. I shrug, leaning forward on the table now, mirroring her posture. Of course I do. Why would I waste my time with someone who looks down on me when I already have someone worth being around? She giggles again. You say things like that too easily. Or maybe you just don't hear them enough. Her tail curls tight around the leg of the bench. Still, don't you think she's impressive? Her voice is playful now, testing me, a spark of curiosity, but her lips are already curling like she knows what I'll say. Lorelei, impressive? My tone drips with sarcasm, and I let her wait. Yes, you must admit something. All right, I admit it. Sigh. She's impressive if you like constant door knocking, endless lectures about lingerie, and a girl who probably thinks breathing the same air as her is a privilege. Eris snorts. She actually snorts. She covers her face with her claws, but it's no use. The sound escapes anyway. That laugh alone is worth more than anything Lorelei could ever parade around. It's real. Eris is real. Flaws, doubts, nerves, all of it. And still, she shines. She shall fly the thief. God, that's gonna fucking trip me up, dude. I'm not ready for the tongue twisters when, like, my nasal fucking cavities are, like, clogged. That's like half of my fucking syllableage. See, better company already, and I don't even have to try. I love that you find a way of making me smile, even during the hardest times. Her eyes narrow in a mischievous way, like a thought had just crept in. Johnny, can I ask you something? I shrug, leaning on my elbow. Go ahead. Eris tilts her head, the corner of her mouth twitching upwards. What would you do if I had boobs as big as Lorelei? Oh, okay, Alia. Or should I say Zelda? She says it with the straightest face she can manage. That's your question? Eris nods solemnly, fighting hard not to laugh. Yes, answer it. Probably the same thing we did on any other day under the sheets. Her eyes widen as her mouth opens and then closes abruptly. Next, she covers her face with one hand and lets out a suppressed chuckle. You, Johnny! Her tail lashes against the bench in embarrassment, but the laugh bubbles through anyway. Fine, next question. I raise an eyebrow. There's more? Eris leans in closer, her ruby eyes dancing with amusement. What would you do if you had to endure waking up every morning with a full speech about lingerie from Lorelei, of course? Easy, I'd find the nearest window and jump out. Eris laughs, a bright sound, her shoulders shaking. You wouldn't last a single morning. Not even half. I grin back at her, and for a moment it feels like the heaviness of yesterday is far away, replaced by something lighter, easier. A thought slips into my head, and before I can stop myself, I say it. Would you ever model for me? Johnny! She squeezes my hand, and the way she looks at me, it's not a game anymore. What would you do if I wanted a hug right now? I'd give you a hug. Thank you, Johnny. She leans closer, her tail brushing against my leg beneath the table, and her thumb strokes the back of my hand. Thank you for making me happy after everything I'm dealing with. I squeeze her hand tighter. You don't need to thank me. I'll do it every damn time you need it. Eris kisses my hand and then gently places it back on the table. I need to go to my ship now, but later we could cuddle together. It's a promise. Zip zoom. I smile to her one last time before leaving the table and walking away. Saturday. I'm going to use the neti pot. I apologize, but my nose is just like clogging up and it's like fucking with me. So I'm gonna like take a 5-minute break and go do that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. My nose burns, but I feel a hell of a lot more clearer. We'll see how far this takes me. My god. I love big dragon girls like Eris and let her smash. Oh, okay. Welcome back. Thanks, Crescent. Okay, that's fine. Let me blow my nose one more time. It's seeping out, which sucks. But that's a good thing. Shit's coming out of my nose. I wake up staring at the ceiling. The wood above me is uneven and cracked, with a few dark stains that probably came from some leak years ago. I just lay there for a while, not moving, not thinking about much. My body feels heavy. Not sore, not even really tired, just heavy, like I'm made of sand and someone's poured water over me. It'd be funny. People could probably have thought like, oh, he's going away to snort drugs, when really all I'm doing is snorting water practically. Oh, it does not feel comfortable to like shoot water up your nose, but it gets the job done. Not sore, not even really tired, just heavy, like I'm made of sand and someone's poured water over me. I blink a few times, watch the light sneak through the cracks of the board above my bunk. It's morning, I think. Maybe late morning, doesn't matter. Today's supposed to be my day off. I'm not leaving this bunk, not if I can help it. Oh, it is. I'm retreading. I'm retreading the ground I treaded on before. But what else can we do? He's got a weapon, we've got words, and words don't stop bullets. You just gotta put on the boat a gun-free zone, and then he has to throw away his gun. Part of me feels guilty for hiding down here, for staying quiet while everyone else is working, but I'm tired. Okay. Eris! I try to ignore it, roll onto my side, pull the blanket tighter, but it doesn't help. The thought grows heavier, more stubborn. She can't deal with him alone. She shouldn't have to. She's tough, yeah, stronger than most of us, but that doesn't mean she deserves to stand all alone in front of him. Did she say that about Neela too? Okay. Yeah, this is where it all goes down, isn't it? Eris, you are the big girl of my dreams, and I'll be damned if I allow that bastard to make you feel this way. My fingers touch the handle of my pocket knife, which is carelessly tucked in my pants pocket. Just emotion, just knowing it's there, makes me feel like I may have a choice. It's the same. It's the same, ain't it? But everyone, stop slamming! There we go, this is where it all happens. Take a drink of water. Just ask Max to time travel to the future and bring in the SMGs, yeah. She hasn't seen the... You know, it'd be a funny blooper. Well, maybe... I don't know. It'd be funny to me because I like dark humor. But can we get a... Well, maybe in the remaster, I don't know. It'd be funny to have like a blooper. Not really a blooper, but a blooper where... where the rich guy pulls like an Alec Baldwin. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That... I'd laugh. I'm sorry. I love that kind of dark humor, man. I'd laugh. She hasn't seen the rich guy yet, otherwise she would immediately panic. That's still, yeah, same. Okay, here we go. New stuff. Eris is sitting on the couch when I step into the common area, the dim light from the lanterns catching the softer shimmer of her scales. She looks more at ease than she has in days. Nothing but Navy biscuits as usual. Thank you. What are you thinking? She raises her eyes to meet mine, her face first hard to understand before gradually softening. I feel safer now, but when I walked into that room and saw that man pointing a gun at you... Wait, what? Wait, are we sitting with Eris? Because why is she shorter? She pauses, munching on the biscuit very slowly. I thought... It just happened. Wrong place, wrong time. I'm just glad we we can continue together another day. Then she shifts, resting her chin on her hand, looking thoughtful. You know, we could lock ourselves in my cabin tonight, leave Lorelei outside for once. Okay, that one wasn't my nose, but it was like the shit caught in my throat. So I'm trading one for another. That's great. Wouldn't that be a bit cruel? Eris shrugs, a tiny smirk tugging at her lips. I don't care right now. What? Okay. Before I can answer, there's a sound, hurried footsteps, a flash of movement, and Lorelei, in all her self-appointed drama, rushes past us like a bolt of lightning. The door to her own cabin slams shut and locks with an audible click. How in the hell? Of course she did. After a long silence, Eris looks back at me. Her voice is quieter now, less teasing. Once we arrive on the continent, we'll need some nights together alone. Blow my nose again. Wow, we're here again. Her thighs are warm beneath me. I close my eyes, feeling her tail brushing against my arm. I could get used to this. I don't see why not. Her voice is sweet and subtle, even playful, but with an edge that I never heard before, an effortless serenity that is transparent and unspoken. I turn my head slightly, just enough to catch the rise and fall of her chest. She used to look restless, like her mind was always somewhere else, always too far ahead of herself. Now she looks present, like she's finally exhaled after holding her breath for weeks. You nervous, now that we're about to reach the docks? She looks towards the porthole, where the light flickers over the waves outside. Her fingers pause for a moment on my head, then resume their slow, absent caress. A little, but I'm not alone, so I don't care. The heartbeat of the ship fades, the metal below stops trembling. The metal below us stops trembling. The Atlantic sighs one last time, and then silence. Only the creak of ropes and the soft shouts from outside, probably tugging boats, doing the last part now. Put another lip balm on. The dry lips are back. Victoria still reigns supreme. And Porker prefers LMGs, yeah, because you were in the last stream. The end of the voyage, just like that. 3 weeks that felt like an eternity and a dream all at once. They're docking. I know. She keeps tracing slow circles with her fingertips. It's almost hypnotic. I could fall asleep here, right now, and not care if the whole ship burst into flames. Outside, someone yells that we're almost tied in. Someone else cheers. Do you want to go outside? See it happen? She leans forward slightly, and I feel a shift in her weight. Her claws stop moving. For a second, I think she'll say yes. Instead, she just hums again. There's no rush, is it? No, not anymore. Eris shifts again, her claws tracing down my cheek now. Her thumb stops at the corner of my mouth. She tilts my head slightly until I meet her eyes. I used to think I'd never stay still long enough to like this. That I'd always keep moving, always run before something could pull me down and break my heart again. And now? Now I don't want to move at all. A muffled voice echoes from the other side of the door, dragging the moment back to reality. Eris, open up the door at once. I'm not wearing my everyday clothes for the arrival. You know how important first impressions are. You're going to let her in? Lorelei knocks once again, twice, then 3 sharp raps, followed by an irritated sigh. Eris! Eris runs her hand slowly across my scalp, her claws tracing lazily, comforting lines. Where were we? Right here. I reach for her hands, intertwining my fingers with hers, feeling the strength beneath her calm. We stayed like that, two lovebirds locked in a silence that says everything words can't. Should we clean ourselves together? It would be bad manners to arrive smelling like us. That tone, equal parts teasing and sincere, makes me open one eye. Do you want me to clean you? Of course, I don't want any other person to do it for me. Oh, is this going to be more of the filter? There's that little smile of hers again, the one that could make a storm feel like a passing breeze. There's just one problem with that. Oh, and what's that? We'd have to open that door. For the first time in a while, she grimaces. The expression lands somewhere between frustration and reluctant acceptance. So we'd have to let her in. Yeah, unless you plan on climbing out of the window. She sighs, tilting her head back until it bumps lightly against the wall. We can let her in, then. Later we'll handle the cleaning ourselves. Later? Later. There's a softness to the word that makes my chest ache. As if she's bringing up every topic we've never had time for before. Not just the basics like soap and water. Outside, the noise grows louder, the dock workers shouting to each other, the slap of ropes hitting wet wood, and the orders from sailors from these coasts having an accent I haven't heard before. Eris leans forward, her hair brushing my forehead as she looks towards the porthole. Her reflection wavers in the glass, haloed by sunlight. For a second, she looks like she's glowing. We should have done it sooner. What? Everything. The cleaning, changing clothes, preparing to look like civilized people. You mean pretending like we haven't been living like sea rats for weeks? You really want to rush that now, while the ship's docking? Do you want to step onto dry land with salt in your hair and sleep in your eyes? I don't think anyone's going to notice on my part. I have no hair, and I've been resting quite well on these pillows. I will. You do realize if we open that door, Lorelei will come back like a storm, right? The ship tilts one last time, metal groaning beneath us. A bell rings somewhere near the deck, followed by cheers. The voyage is officially over. Eris looks towards the door again, her expression flickering between contentment and inevitability. My hand finds hers on instinct. Her scales feel warm, alive. She squeezes back. You think she's still outside? Lorelei? She's probably standing there with her hands on her hips, giving us a death stare through the wood. Want to go face our new lives together, smelling like sea rats? Won't say no to your beautiful eyes. 6 months later. Until Lorelei breaks down the door like the juggernaut. Was that Oh, did Lorelei actually settle down with a human? We got Oblivion music, kind of. Prior to the actual sound of cooking, I'm always greeted with the aroma of food. Oh, there we go. There's the achievement. 6 months, half a year since we stepped off that ship and touched dry land. Half a year since I stopped looking over my shoulder every time the wind changed. The Atlantic feels like a memory now, distant and soft around the edges. But sometimes, when the air smells of salt and smoke together, I remember what it was like to stand at her railing and wonder if we'd ever make it. We did. Our restaurant sits on a narrow corner where the street bends towards the harbor. The first floor holds the kitchen small, but we've invested in a good oven. The second floor is our home. It's nothing grand, but it is ours. Outside we have the tables. Once we save up enough money, we may buy matching tables made of wood, even if they're a little worn and shabby now. Out here, where the aroma of cooking mingles with the breeze of the sea, is where the true essence of our place lives. We don't cook. Eris once said she could, but she laughed the first day she tried to fry anything here and nearly filled the kitchen with smoke. Guess she's still not used to the size of the kitchen. We decided to hire a cook and... Oh, let me guess, chef? That'd be funny. We decided to hire a cook instead. Best decision we've ever made. He's a quiet man from the outskirts, fast hands, calm eyes, and the patience of a saint, so it's probably not. Now the food that leaves that kitchen is better than anything either of us could have made. Eris manages the supplies, I take care of the customers, and the cook works his quiet miracles behind the door. At first, it wasn't easy. We opened this place with more stubbornness than money. The locals didn't care much for draconian dishes. They'd sniff the plates, smile politely, and leave half the food untouched. For weeks, I wondered if we made a mistake. Eris tried to act unfazed, but I could see how it hurt her. Then we adapted, slowly, piece by piece. We rewrote the menu, learned the rhythm of local taste, asked questions at the market stalls, listened more than we spoke. The kitchen began producing dishes that blended both worlds, familiar enough for the locals, distinct enough to keep our hearts in it. It wasn't easy, but it worked. Now the tables outside fill every evening. Eris always sits nearby, keeping watch like a proud guardian. You mean like a gargoyle? She leans on a chair or stands by the wall, her arms crossed, her tail sometimes brushing my legs as I walk by. She doesn't speak much when customers are around, but they notice her. How could they not? I take orders, carry plates, smile more than I ever thought I could. When the last customer leaves, the silence that follows isn't empty. I close the shutters, wipe down the tables, and listen to the sound of Eris upstairs, moving about our home. Her footsteps have become the rhythm of my evenings. We live simply. The walls are bare except for a few small paintings from local artists. Eris picked them, said the colors reminded her of the ocean on the day we docked. The bed, though, that's all her. It was the first thing she asked for when we bought the building. A custom-made bed, solid wood, carved by hand. The delivery took weeks, but when it finally arrived, the whole house smelled like polished cedar. She tested it by dropping onto it with her full weight, making the carpenter flinch. I think he thought she'd break it. She didn't. Since then, I never had a bad night's sleep, but I did wake up like half dead most days. Looking back, it's strange to think how small our world used to be. A ship, a handful of cabins, and the promise of a new land. Now we have something that doesn't move, something that stays. The cook arrives before dawn every day, long before either of us wake up. By the time I go downstairs, the kitchen is covered by the smoke of turning the wood stove. He never complains, never asks for more than his due. Although, he only calls me boss. Eris and I stay out of his way. She oversees deliveries, I handle the numbers, and the rest flows naturally. The customers greet me by name now. Some of them come in just to chat, others rest after work. There's a fisherman who brings his wife every Sunday. His wife is also a tall dragoness. A pair of students who share one meal and sit for hours. A soldier who eats in silence. Always leaves a generous tip. I guess those are our regulars. Money isn't a problem anymore. It used to be, especially at the beginning. The draconian coins I brought with me might as well have been souvenirs. I refused to let them rot in the drawer, so I started exchanging them with travelers heading to Draconia, sailors, merchants, anyone willing to make a deal. Bit by bit, I turned useless metal into survival. It took months, but eventually it became enough to buy this building. Eris has changed too. She smiles more, not often, but when she does, we always cuddle a lot later. I still think about home sometimes, Draconia, the narrow streets, the cold air, the sound of my father's voice talking about politics. I thought time would dull that anger, but it hasn't. I'll never forgive him. So we don't make nice with Daddy in the Eris timeline. Some wounds don't close, they just stop bleeding. But even so, I can't deny the strange gratitude buried somewhere inside me. If he hadn't driven me away, I never would have ended up here, and never would have met her. Eris saved me in more ways than she'll ever know. She taught me what peace feels like, what safety feels like. Every night, when the last table is cleared and the streets grow quiet, I lock the door and stand for a moment in the doorway. I look up to the second-floor window where I know she's waiting, and I feel the kind of stillness I once thought impossible. I close my eyes, and I think about the guy who boarded that ship months ago. Lost, scared, angry. I wonder what he'd say if he could see me now. Probably nothing. Maybe he'd just smile and nod. The sea carried me here. The storms, the fear, the chaos. All of it led to this small corner of the world where the smell of food mixes with the sound of laughter and the woman I love. I'll never forgive my father, but I'm glad I ran, because running gave me everything I never thought I deserved. A home, a future, and her. And every night when the noise fades and the lanterns burn low, I know that I don't need anything else. For the first time in my life, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I'm home. Ending 2 of 5, Crimson Queen. We'll let the credits run again. Why not? Of course, Lorelei goes for a human. She's basically Dragon Trish. Eris walking upstairs probably sounds like a tank going through. Daily snoo without a bed breaking and having a restaurant with your dragon wife. Peak life goals. Toasty Dino. Edited by Counselor. Background Lotnig. Sprites. So I'd probably read these guys before. It's like a refresher. This is more than just a one-man project. I can't tell which I like more, Neela or Eris. I feel like Neela's route had a lot more closure, you know, whereas in this one with Eris, it's like, I still hate my dad. I don't know. But then again, it's all fake. Remember, it's a movie. It's a meta VN about a movie. It's all fake. Testers and supporters, and you for playing. Oh, the player doesn't even get the thanks. Wowie zowie. You gotta update with a patch to thank the player. That should be like, thank you for playing. Alright. Skip. Alright, yeah, we got the bad scripting, set problems, and prosthetic. Oh wait, what is Lorelei's chest prosthetic? Yeah, Shizu. Yeah, I know about the bonuses. We were going to do those. Seems like the desperate girl was wholesome the whole time. Yeah. The movie thing's kind of a gut punch. I feel like I should have... oh, what is it? Let me scroll up. Haru Horror, you should have never let me play the extras. I should have saved these all for last, so that way I could at least keep up the illusion that was still real. Now I have to go through all these routes. It was just a movie. It's just a movie. Also, am I the only one who feels a little melancholic when watching these VNs? I don't know. Can't speak on that one. Maybe trying to slowly imply through the bonus chapters that it's a movie, then just saying it outright would have been an idea, maybe. Nothing is real. Like, these should have unlocked, let's be honest, these should have, like, there should have been extras that played when you beat the route, and it was just like, what ifs of the thing, and then when you beat every one of them, then it becomes like, then it becomes like the movie stuff, you know? Like, just drop all of that at once, man. That'd be big. I don't know. Yeah, we'll jump into this. Bad scripting. Oh! Hello. Hello. Eris is on top of me. The studio lights are blinding. The camera operator leans in, and the set is quiet except for the sounds of her claws lightly brushing the floor. She looks serious, focused, her eyes sharp and locked on me like we're in a duel rather than filming a romance. I try to keep my breathing steady. It's supposed to be a sex scene, but she's pinning me down like I'm a suspect caught red-handed. My brain knows this is fake. My body, though, isn't getting the memo. The only thing I feel right now is my spine protesting the hardwood floor. Cut! The word hits like thunder. I exhale in relief, arms still trapped under her. What's going on, guys? Anon, you're stiffer than a plank. You're supposed to feel the moment. I slowly push myself up, or try to. Eris doesn't move yet. Maybe because I got quite an astonishing dragoness on top of me. I'm still human, no offense. None taken. I'll take it as a compliment. Oh no, she's turned into a Diglett. It's like Wani Gemu all over again with, like, what was it, Damien and Inko? Okay, fine, but seriously, are you not feeling the scene? Honestly, no, not really. My heart's for Lorelei. Neither am I. Who wrote this transition? My character was shy and gentle a minute ago, and now she's suddenly pouncing on him like a predator. That doesn't make sense. Exactly, I thought maybe I missed a rewrite. The director sighs heavily, scratching at his clipboard with a pen that's probably run out of ink from frustration alone. Alright, fine, I'll rewrite the scene, maybe. Maybe tone it down. Something more in character for both of you. Wait, this is a director. I gotta make him sound more toucan, don't I? Okay, I'll try and channel in my inner toucan for the director. Appreciated. You good? My knees hurt. I dropped down too fast for realism. Didn't think it'd hurt that hard. Need help standing? Iris shakes her head, determined as always. No, I'll try on my own. It's not too bad, just sore. I can tell she's frustrated. She doesn't like half-baked direction, and she hates wasting time. The crew begin to shuffle, lights dimming a little. I look at Eris again. Guess we gave them something to talk about. If realism means bruises, I'll start charging extra. You could have warned me before tackling me like that. You could have acted less like a statue. Sorry, the pillows in front of my eyes were distracting. Heh, like them? Oh no, according to all these extra scenes, you think Anon was getting it on with all of the girls? Honestly, want to go on a date after this? Iris' eyes shoot to mine while a sharp-toothed grin shoots across her face. She's desperate in real life, man. She's desperate in real life. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Sorry, hon, I'm taken. I wonder who she's with in real life. It's gotta be crazy, man. Eris looks at the floor where she fell, sighs, and stretches without standing up. If this scene isn't changed, we're getting a mat to put on the ground. Next time I'll drink something before to get courage. The director reappears from behind the camera, waving his notepad. Okay, let's wrap this one. We'll reschedule the rewrite tomorrow. Good work, sort of. Whoa, reading like the characters makes it so immersive. Rip. She's screwing the director, Mr. Winesnoot. So which wrote bonus has the Harvey Weinstein. The director was Horu all along. Then why was the font in red and not blue? Alright, extras. Set problems. Thunk. Bowie, I hit my head. Ow, fucking hell. Cut, you okay, Eris? No, I'm not okay. Who the hell built this set for tiny people? It's supposed to be accurate to the period, you know. 19th century cabin dimensions. Real 1840s cabins were tiny. Oh, wonderful. I'm sure the audience will love my authentic skull fracture. Come on, don't exaggerate. Exaggerate every damn scene. I can't even walk around without worrying about hitting my head. I'm starting to develop instincts like a bat. You're tall, that's all. Think of it as character immersion. Character immersion? If I wanted immersion, I'd dunk myself in the sea. Hey, at least this movie will be wrapped in a month. You'll survive. Survive? You say that like I haven't lost 3 brain cells to your wooden death trap. I told the set crew to pad the frame last time. You did, and it fell off halfway through the scene. I hit my head and got splinters. Do you know how hard it is to twist splinters out of scales? I can't say that I do. Well, let me guess, he's a human. Exactly. Maybe you should try it sometime for immersion. Alright, well, we'll fix it before the next take. Good, I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go to the food table now. But we're filming! Look how I care. You are lucky I don't sue you for this. Crap. Team, please pad the door flame again. We can't handle another lawsuit from Goldberg. I hope this one is as funny as I think it is. Alright, everyone, quick note before we start the next take. Lorelei just called. She's stuck in traffic, so we'll pause for a bit. Maybe grab lunch, yeah. Figures she probably stopped at every boutique on the way here again. Wouldn't surprise me. She's the runaway show. True, at least it gives you a break from wearing those things. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, let me guess. She's wearing platform boots or some shit, or stilts. She wasn't that tall to begin with. Watch her be like max size. That'd be hilarious. I'd laugh. Don't remind me. Those prosthetic horns are the worst idea anyone's ever had. You built me up and you tore me down, Horu. This could have been so much more funnier. Really? They look pretty real, though. Yeah, but they're heavy and itchy, and if I move too fast, they slide right off. Try doing an action scene while feeling your own head wobble. So you mean you can't headbutt people today? Exactly. My natural weaponry had been nerfed. I feel defenseless. Right, sure. It attacked your forehead. Laugh it up, tiny human. You don't know what it's like to have a duck under every frame. Or having to duck under every frame. Anyway, lunch break. Be back in an hour. Don't wander off too far. Got it. We'll be back before Lorelei even finds a parking spot. That'll be the day. Go eat something, both of you. So, lunch. What are you in the mood for? I have a boyfriend. My boyfriend's taking me out to lunch. I could go for something light. Maybe salmon. Salmon? There's a burger place next door. Greasy, fast, perfect. No, I've been craving fish for days. There's a sushi place around the corner. You're serious? When am I not serious about food? Fair, but do you realize you're still in costume, right? You're going to walk into a sushi bar wearing that gown? Why not? It's clean, elegant, dramatic. I'll blend right in. You'll not blend in. You'll be the headline. Then let them stare. I look good, don't I? I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it's going to be a sight. Good. I like being a sight. I like being desperate. Of course you do. When I said I was taken, Anon, I meant I was taken in a polycule. Besides, the fake horns will distract everyone from my face. It's a win-win. I think the horns will make you look like a fantasy villain trying to order a California roll. Perfect, I'll order 2 then. Add to the performance. That is the weakest one right there. Well, how does a dragon get hurt by that? Fooled yourself, huh? Chat, send Horu to Peru. We send him to Brazil. Have to deal with Brazil Snoop fans. I was hoping like it'd be funny, like it'd be funny if it was Stilton and she was just like shorter than Anon. I would have lost it. It would have been funny. So she's not a dragon, I guess. What is she, a kobold? Overgrown kobold? Half dragon, probably. I don't know. I mean, if dragons exist in this Snoot-like, then kobolds gotta exist too, that's why I want to call Max, but apparently Max is also a dragon, which don't make sense. Imagine being a dragon, and you're just kobold size. That's gotta be an insult. Speaking of, she's the next route, and I'm not looking forward to it. I might take a break from this, because I do want to jump into the game that Jesterato donated. It was like the Chicken Police, I think. I'm not a fan of the art style, but it's supposed to be more detective stuff, kind of like Dino Cop, so... And it's supposed to be visual novel-like, so... No stupid last-minute stealth mechanics, I guess, so I'll look forward to that. Sentence of the Gremlin route. Yeah, I'm going to delay that as much as I can, so I'm taking a week off from that. We'll settle with... we'll let the Eris route settle. Then we'll be back at it next week. Either early, like Sunday or Monday. Max looks more like one, I know, right? Hila might not be the only one with wings. Yeah, she seems like the only one who had the wings. Everyone was just like flightless, quote-unquote dragons, which if you're not even... if you don't even have wings, can you even really call yourself a dragon? Boo. Either way, the blue goblin still arrives, yeah. Upsetting. Oh, and we're just clocked in just a little over 2 hours. I thought we'd end before 2 hours. That's crazy. Yeah, how many videos are we in already? This is our 10th stream? That's crazy. And Max will probably add at least... well, Max is supposed to be the longest one, so it's going to be... What is it? Probably at least 5 to 6 more streams, maybe more? 7? That's gonna be crazy. And was Victoria's route the weakest? I don't know. But yeah, this is probably gonna go into the 20s. I can see it. Wingless dragon do exist. It just seems pathetic. You're just an overgrown kobold. Also, what horror should do is give the sprites some touch-ups. Like in the CGs, everything looks so detailed or more dragon reptile-like. But the sprites look off. Yeah, the sprites do look off. I tried to tell him that. I tried to tell him, like, make the sprites look a little bit more like the CGs, but I don't know if he took that into consideration or not. I mean, if you're going for the remaster, you might as well make them look good, you know? Because they look so uncanny when you finally see their CG selves. And then you go back and it's just like, oh, okay. Unless Hag Maxine suddenly takes the lead in the last minutes. Yeah, there's an update where Victoria, she brings out a book, but it's actually just the B movie script, and she starts reading it off word for word. She doesn't stop. The door's locked, so Anon can't escape, so he has to listen to Victoria read the entire B movie script. Which is funny, because that's an actual mod for Wani Gator. Tiny human mouth. What? No, I don't know. Ugh, at least I'm feeling decent right now, but that's always subject to change, man. I've been dealing with anti-fiber activities, I'll just say. Like my tailbone, I haven't even really been trying to, like, deal with that. If anything, the anti-fiber activity pain has been taking center stage, and it's just like, ugh. I gotta phone it in for the streams, man. It was getting me last stream for sure. Had to pile on the ibuprofen and the lidocaine, man. It was not fun. Oh, the text just deleted itself. Thanks, YouTube. Oh no. Calling a dragon a kobold would be a great use of the vicious mockery spell, like your mother was a kobold and your father was a bard. I don't know. Yeah, but afterwards, let me... Hold on, where's my load? I want to move a save real quick. Is this the one I'm... No, not that one. Load. No, I'm not loading. I want to move to the next page. Where's the one where it's like, oh, are you going to stay with me? Load. Is it this one? No, load. Load. No, load. I don't think it was that. Load. I think it was this one. Yeah. Okay, and then I want to save. This one, yeah. So these are the choices where you can, like, say no. I want to start from 0. So yeah, well, when we're done with, like, all 4 routes, we'll go one after the other, just breaking hearts, man. Line them up and knock them down. There we go. What I meant is Neela's mouth looked weird and her CGs look all right looking. Yeah, Max had a weird mouth going on too. She'd have that weird lower lip going on. She'd kind of look like the mouth would look like the shit caricature, if you know what I mean. Shit. I'm just like, oh god. Max, Max, you are not part the socioeconomic factor. I swear, officer, she said she was a kobold. Sheer heart attack. I mean, if I could look into the game's files and dig through the sprites, I would, but, like, at the same time, it's all it's all packaged up where you have to, like, get some kind of program to, like, unpackage it to look through. Absolutely evil. First time I've seen something like this, and it grinds my gears, man. Them black people lips, yeah. I was just like, like I pointed out at least twice somewhere. Like, what's going on with Max's lips? But yeah, well, I'm still here on stream. Let me look at Chicken Fleece. We'll gauge it. Because it is, how long has it been since he gifted that game? It was like, was it back in January, I think. I feel awful for putting it off that long, but then again, I've put off a lot of the games that Hoshin gifted me too, but it seems like Hoshin's going his own way, I guess. I don't know. Chicken Police install. You're telling me this game is like 4.5 gigabytes? Dude, there better be voice acting in this if it's that fucking much, dude. My god, that is chonky. Absolutely fat for a VN. Yeah, I got this back in January 8th. That is crazy. Alright, let me gauge it with some screenshots. Try not to spoiler myself. Well, there is like tasteful nudity. You're not seeing anything, but there is like some nude shots. But it's funny because it's like realistic animal heads and like human bodies. My god. Yeah, it literally has like the VN buttons too. That's nuts. My god. Dude, if I get struck down for that, that'd be sad. Like, it's so uncanny. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is it's like completely black and white with like the occasional red. It's definitely the noir color scheme. I'm not too much of a fan of it. It's rough on the eyes for me, man. Probably some meme inspirations. No new menu thing should put the drawing you made for Eris. You made for Eris route. What do you mean? I mean, we talked about, because I mentioned last stream why Horu didn't put a gallery for drawings, and it was like something with coding or something. Lips made to drain your balls in one. No. No, those aren't good lips. He mentioned Lorelei's facials are from an anime. Oh yeah, Black Sad inspired. Yeah, Black Sad was kind of hard to look at too. Not a fan. I've seen pictures of it, just imagine like a generic noir with all the obvious plot points. Is it that Paint It Red game? I feel like I've heard it somewhere. No. Or actually, yeah, it does say Chicken Please Paint. Was it Paint It Red? Yeah, Paint It Red, yeah. It's funny because you click on the game and it just says Chicken Please. Oh wait, no, now it does say that on the side. But in my library it just says Chicken Please. It's so weird how Steam does titling. Like sometimes it'll be this title and then and somewhere else within the Steam files it'll be title and then more of title, extra title. I don't get Steam, man. But yeah, tomorrow, I don't know if there's going to be a stream tomorrow. I'm going to be visiting my grandparents around noon tomorrow, and I don't know how long that's going to go for. I was thinking about doing like just a little bonus stream or something in the morning, maybe if I felt like it. Probably play more, just grind up some Ranmar route. Or was it Ranma Run on Monster Hunter Stories? I don't know. But I think Monday we're planning for more Division 2, maybe. I'm not sure. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough going through the stories and stuff. I know there's going to be days I'm probably not going to be able to play with those guys, and that's going to rock the boat, because, I don't know, issues. But yeah, I should probably get going. You would think the cops would be pigs and not chickens, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna rest up. Hopefully tomorrow I start getting better. We'll see. Pray for me. I don't know. I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Maybe Monday. Who knows? Well, we'll see.